ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to welcome you to the annual general meeting of the company. The director's report and the statement of accounts for the year have been in your hands for some time and clearly indicate the progress of the company. Your company was able to achieve an all-time record turnover of rupees 70 crores for the year under report. I hope you will find the performance of the company is satisfactory. Your directors have recommended a dividend on equity shares. Your directors have carefully considered the requests for bonus shares and have recommended issue of bonus shares. Necessary resolution has been placed before you for approval. Application to the Controller of Capital Issues has since been made. You will be glad to note that this is the fifth bonus issue that the company is making. You will have noticed from the director's report that your directors have resolved to issue after the bonus issue an additional equity capital of rupees 1 crore at a premium of rupees 7 per share to the existing equity shareholders of the company. I am sure that the shareholders will extend full cooperation in subscribing to the proposed rights issue as hitherto. In my speech last year, I referred to the proposal under the consideration of government to revive the price preference scheme. This was withdrawn 3 years ago on our request. As I know, the government departments and other agencies have now been advised to accord price preference for products of public sectors in competition with private sector products. Needless to say, in the context of the mixed economy adopted for the country, any policy of purchase or price preference is discriminatory in nature. By paying more, the government is helping the inflation to grow. Industries, whether in public or private sector, are meant to cater to the needs of the country and not to any particular sector. I therefore urge the government to treat all industries on the same line and scrap the policy of purchase or price preference. Your company wants to expand its activities, but the existing highly centralized system of administration and controls are delaying projects. A project cannot be completed in less than 4 to 5 years time. This involves running about the various authorities. In my speech last year, I referred to the various approvals which an industry has to take from the central government and urged for the decentralization of administrative machinery on zonal basis so that the industries in the south need not have to go to Delhi for each and every approval. The position has not changed since we last met. Curiously, new laws are being enacted, adding to the existing load. A case in point is the Urban Land Act, under which lands in excess of the ceiling limit are to be declared to the competent authority and their approval has to be obtained for holding lands in excess of the ceiling limit. In our case, we made our application to the state government 5 years ago, seeking exemption for holding lands in excess of the limit for future use. However, the same is still to be received, though we have made repeated efforts to secure the approval. This has come in the way of our industry as land cannot be offered as security for term loans from the financial institutions in the absence of clearance under the above act. During the first 5 months of the current year, the overall production and sales are quite satisfactory. While efforts are under way to maintain the tempo of growth, it may not be possible to achieve the same rate of growth as last year. However, efforts are being made for achieving a satisfactory performance. The company believes in well designed manpower development programs to meet the growing needs of the company. During the year, emphasis has been laid on training our personnel at all levels. As a result, I am confident that our young managers and personnel are better equipped to meet the challenges of growth in the next decade. Our workers and staff and their unions gave us continued support. Our appreciation of their efforts is real and sincere. Dear Sir, we, we have your letter of 20th May enclosing your report on the property at Madras which you inspected on our behalf. We very much appreciate that the trouble you have taken to examine this property, and we shall not hesitate to act on your advice and refuse to buy. This decision places us in a very difficult position since it is most important that we should secure a suitable plot in that city as soon as possible. It occurs to us that you may know of something which would meet our needs, and if so, we should be very pleased to hear from you. We enclose details of another building which is being offered for sale and which we think might be adapted to suit our purpose. We should be grateful if you would arrange to examine this for us and to let us have a report in due course. You will notice that one half of the building consists of one floor only. Please examine the possibility of increasing the space available by the addition of another floor above the present one. We understand that plot of land behind this building may also be offered for sale, and we should be very glad when you are in the city. You would look at this plot and also obtain any information upon it which you can. If the price and conditions are reasonable, we might consider purchasing this plot so that we should have space for extensions of our premises in the future. Our representative, Mr. Raman, will be coming to South during next week, and he could arrange to visit Madras city on Monday, Thursday, or Saturday, if any good purpose would be served by his so doing. Please let us know as early as possible. Yours faithfully.